Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Adventure. The word can evoke images from shopping to swashbuckling. Well, here are composite letters, one from a person who's living a quite standard life, and a letter from someone else who is living quite large. I offer thoughts in response to each. Dear Dr. Nemko, I've always done the right thing. Worked hard at school, got a lot of education, chose a practical career, did my job well, but made time for networking. I've long contributed to a 401k, married a reasonable person, and stayed married despite the challenges. We had the requisite 2 kids, and I was a responsible parent. My recreational life has been standard too. Working out, watching TV, getting together with friends, having a glass of wine, rarely more than one. And my responsibilities paid off. But as I just turned 50, I do wonder if I've been too bland. Should my next decade or two be more piquant? Dear Responsible, I find myself admiring your having lived so responsibly. I think the term bland is unreasonably self-reproving. Rarely does someone who has lived conventionally ultimately find greater satisfaction going to the other extreme. But your having written to me makes me think you'd like to inject at least a modest amount of adventure into your life. Might any of these feel wise, or at least worthy? Take up a new hobby or sport, for example, taking acting lessons online with the goal of when COVID subsides, doing community theater. A long drive, solo, with spouse or friend. Without knowing your interests, I don't know which of any of these is going to end up being a highlight in your life's arc, but I'll limit them to outdoor spaces because of COVID. Visiting a few national parks, walking the downtowns of 3 diverse locales, visiting a few architectural marvels, for example, the Empire State Building, Jefferson's Monticello, the United States Air Force Academy Chapel, and the Yosemite Hotel. Or doing something that's well outside your comfort zone, yet is physically and mentally pretty safe. For example, if you're physically reticent, might you want to go on an outward bound weekend? If you're a stiff upper lip type, how about joining a women's or men's group? A further out idea, if you're pro-life, what would happen if you volunteered for Planned Parenthood? Ultimately, whether your life has been lived conventionally or filled with skydiving, sex swapping, and gambling in Monte Carlo, most people, and I can't exclude myself, come to the place of wondering, as was asked in the song, is that all there is? Dear Dr. Nemko, I was always taught to work hard and play harder, and I did. Now I'm 40 and I no longer give a crap about partying, that sanitized word for indiscriminate sex while wasted. I no longer give a crap about my designer label clothes, car, and watches. The trouble is I don't give a crap about much of anything. My job's okay, and I'm lucky to have one that doesn't make me have to live in poverty, although I am thinking of selling my Beamer and getting something cheaper that doesn't spend so much time needing, quote, preventive maintenance. But doing that feels like just the tip of a very large iceberg. But would a simpler life actually make me happier? Would I end up craving what naturally feels like living large? Dear Living Large, I'm sensing you don't want to go all the way and live out your days meditating and growing organic herbs in an ashram. And if that's correct, maybe one or more of these questions will unearth some ideas. Are you living with as much integrity as you want to, both in and outside of work? Are you as generous as you want to be with your time and money? Do you want to purge more possessions from your life, even the size and prestige of where you live? Do you want to purge your life of marginal relationships, leaving room to improve your existing ones, or for alone time? And finally, do you want to spend more time on the simple pleasures, creative expression, volunteer work, watching TV, and movies of quality? Okay, even some of not such good quality that make you laugh or cry? In any event, try an experimental mindset. Try eliminating and substituting elements in your life, and see if, as the optometrists say when showing you pairs of lenses, is that better or worse? In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below and share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.